is a sacred comfort waiting for you, a truth that never changes, no matter the chaos outside. You are safe, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, and eternally. You are not walking through life alone. You are being held in the hands of a loving, all-knowing divine presence. Today, let's return to that truth. Divine love is the quiet force that exists beyond all conditions, all judgments, and all circumstances. It is a love that does not come and go based on your actions, your past, or your choices. It is not earned, and it cannot be taken away. It simply is. It exists as a constant, unshakable truth, a river that flows endlessly through your life, whether you acknowledge it or not. This love is with you in the light, and it is with you in the shadows. It is present when you feel full of joy, and it remains even when you are lost in sorrow. So many of us grow up believing that love must be proven, achieved, or deserved. We are taught, directly or indirectly, that love is conditional. If you behave well, you are loved. If you meet expectations, you are valued. If you conform, you are accepted. And so we carry this wounded belief into our adult lives, often projecting it onto our relationship with the divine. We assume that the higher power that created us must also keep score, that we must earn divine affection, that our mistakes disqualify us from being cherished. But that is not the truth. The truth is that divine love does not operate by human rules. It is not conditional. It is not fragile, does not withhold itself because you stumble, nor does it abandon you when you feel ashamed. In fact, divine love is most radiant in those moments when you think you least deserve it. When you are broken, love embraces you. When you are confused, love whispers clarity. When you feel unworthy, love gently reminds you of your eternal value. There is nothing you can do to be separated from this love. It is encoded into your very being. It is the breath that gives you life, the heartbeat that sustains your body, the silence between your thoughts. You don't need to earn it because you are it. You were created from love, by love, for love. And even when you forget, even when you reject it or push it away, love does not retreat. It waits patiently, like the sun behind the clouds, never offended, never withdrawn, only waiting for you to remember its presence. Divine love is not here to judge you. It is here to lift you. It is not concerned with your past, but focused entirely on your healing, your peace, your awakening. This love sees through your fear and honors the light within you. It does not shrink away from your pain. Instead, it walks with you through every valley, through every heartbreak, through every sleepless night. Divine love is your companion, your healer, your shelter. You may have made mistakes. You may carry regrets, but none of that diminishes the love that is available to you. In fact, love is often most active in those very places, transforming guilt into forgiveness, shame into grace, and fear into wisdom. Divine love redeems what you thought was beyond saving. It restores what was broken. It renews what was withered. It breathes new life into your being, reminding you that nothing is too far gone to be healed by love. When you open yourself to this love, something remarkable begins to happen. You soften. You stop trying to perform. You stop trying to prove your worth. You begin to understand that you are already whole. You begin to see yourself with kinder eyes. You forgive yourself for the years you spent not knowing your value. You begin to trust that you are supported even when the world feels uncertain. Divine love gives you the freedom to be who you truly are. Not the version of you that fits in or pleases others, but the real, raw, authentic self that longs to be seen and heard. It welcomes you as you are, no masks, no edits, just you. And in that acceptance, you start to accept yourself. You realize that you are not broken. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle in motion. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself receive it. Let it wash over the parts of you that still feel unloved, unseen, or unworthy. Let it hold you when you feel like you can't hold yourself. Let it whisper to you in the quiet moments when doubt tries to creep in. Remind yourself often, I am loved without condition. I am safe in this love. I do not have to earn what is already mine. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not unlovable. You are sacred. You are wanted. You are cherished. And no matter what happens in your life, this truth will never change. The love that created you continues to sustain you. It lives within you, surrounds you, and calls you home again and again to the truth of who you are. Safety is not something you must earn through perfection, performance, or pleasing others. It is not a reward given only to those who never make mistakes or those who seem to have it all together. Safety is your birthright. It is part of your divine inheritance. It exists not because of what you do, but because of who you are. An expression of life, a creation of something sacred and infinite. The idea that you have to prove yourself worthy of protection, love, or peace is a belief rooted in fear, not truth. Many of us have grown up in environments that conditioned us to believe safety must be chased or negotiated. We were taught to be good, to be safe, to stay small, to avoid punishment, or to suppress our feelings in order to avoid rejection. These early beliefs can run so deep that, even as adults, we find ourselves constantly scanning our surroundings, wondering if we're allowed to rest, to breathe, to trust. But that's not the way we're meant to live. Real safety doesn't come from outside validation. It doesn't come from controlling every detail of your life or predicting every possible outcome. It comes from within. It comes from the deep knowing that you are supported by a loving, intelligent universe. It comes from aligning with the truth that there is a force greater than your circumstances. A presence that watches over you, even when the world feels chaotic. You don't have to wait until you've checked every box or healed every wound before you allow yourself to feel safe. You don't need to wait for the approval of others or for life to look exactly the way you think it should. You can choose to rest in safety right now, as you are, in this moment. Because safety is not something far away. It's already here. It lives inside your breath. It flows with your heartbeat. It is always available when you are willing to return to it. There is a calm underneath all the noise. There is a stillness underneath all the worry. When you stop running, when you stop proving, when you stop doubting your right to feel peace, you'll hear it, the gentle whisper of life saying, "You are safe. I've got you. You can let go now." Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means you stop trying to carry what was never yours to hold. It means you stop trying to control every variable in hopes that you'll finally feel secure. The truth is, you are safest not when you're in control, but when you're in trust. Trust in the rhythm of life. Trust in the unfolding of your path. Trust in the love that surrounds you, even when you cannot see it. Every time you breathe deeply and choose to believe that things are working out for you, even if you can't yet see how, you are choosing safety. Every time you speak gently to yourself instead of harshly, you are choosing safety. Every time you allow yourself to rest, to say no, to honor your needs, you are returning to the truth that you don't have to earn what already belongs to you. You were never meant to live in a constant state of alert. You were never meant to shrink yourself just to feel protected. You were meant to walk through this world with confidence in your spirit and peace in your heart, not because everything around you is perfect, but because you have learned to anchor yourself in a deeper truth. The safety you seek has been within you all along. It's in the love you show yourself when you're tired. It's in the compassion you give yourself when you fall short. It's in the faith you hold when the future feels uncertain. Safety isn't a destination. It's a return to your center, a return to the presence of the divine, a return to the awareness that you are never alone and never forgotten. You can stop running now. You can stop bracing for impact. Life is not out to get you, it's here to support you. The universe is not punishing you, it's guiding you. You are not abandoned. You are being called deeper into trust, into alignment, into truth. Every cell of your being is held in love. Every step you take is supported by something unseen but powerful. You are not walking through life unprotected. You are surrounded by a field of divine energy that watches over you, goes before you, and stands behind you. You are safe, not because the world is without danger, but because you are never without love. Let yourself receive this now. Let it sink in. You don't have to earn your safety. You don't have to work for peace. You don't have to prove you're worthy of protection. It's already yours. And the more you believe it, the more you begin to see it reflected in your world, in your relationships, in your body, in your decisions, and in your spirit. You are safe. You always have been, you always will be. Fear and control often walk hand in hand. When fear rises within us, our instinct is to tighten our grip, to try to manage every outcome, to protect ourselves from the unknown. We believe that if we can just control enough, plan enough, predict enough, we will finally feel safe. But this is an illusion, because true safety doesn't come from control. It comes from surrender. It comes from trust. And trust is born when we finally let go of fear. Fear is not your enemy, but it is a signal. It's a message from within saying, I don't feel safe, or I'm uncertain, or I'm afraid to be hurt again. And that's okay. Fear is natural, but it is not meant to govern your life. It is not meant to make your decisions for you. Fear wants to keep you small, quiet, hidden, but you were not born to live a small life. You were born to rise, to grow, to shine. And that requires you to loosen your grip and trust the divine unfolding of life. Control may feel like power, but it often comes from a place of powerlessness. It's the mind's way of coping with discomfort. But you don't need to control everything to be okay. The world doesn't rest on your shoulders. You are not alone in navigating your life. There is a higher wisdom, a loving presence that is guiding you moment by moment, even when you don't realize it. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means aligning yourself with that wisdom instead of resisting it. You don't have to know how everything will turn out. You don't need every detail to fall perfectly into place before you move forward. When you try to control life, you block the very miracles that are trying to find you. You close the door to unexpected blessings. You limit the ways the universe can help you. Control creates tension. Surrender creates flow. Control is rooted in fear. Surrender is rooted in love. Letting go of fear starts with a choice to believe that you are supported even when things are uncertain, a choice to trust that what's meant for you will not miss you, a choice to relax into the present moment instead of projecting worry into the future. Every time you take a deep breath and release your need to micromanage life, you are making room for peace. It's okay to feel scared, but you don't have to live from that place. You can acknowledge your fear and still choose to move forward. You can hear the voice of doubt and still decide to trust. You can feel uncertain and still take the next right step. That is true courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to keep going anyway. Your need for control may have once served a purpose. It may have helped you survive. It may have protected you in a world that felt unpredictable. But now it may be keeping you from thriving. You don't have to hold so tightly anymore. You don't have to carry it all alone. There is a softness available to you, a grace, a gentleness. When you let go of fear and control, you begin to move with life, not against it. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like to trust deeply, to release the need to force anything, to believe that life is unfolding for you, not against you, to know that you are being held even when you cannot see the hands. That kind of trust doesn't happen all at once. It grows. It deepens as you practice it. Each day, each moment, you can choose to surrender again. Repeat to yourself, I do not need to control everything. I trust the process of life. I release fear and invite peace. These are not just words, they are healing vibrations that begin to rewrite the story your mind tells you. They open your heart. They relax your body. They bring your spirit back to the present, where all your power lives. Letting go doesn't mean things will fall apart. Often it's the moment things begin to come together. When you stop trying to make everything happen on your timeline, you give space for divine timing to do its work. When you release the weight of trying to manage everything, you realize you were never meant to carry it all in the first place. You are not here to struggle your way through life. You are here to live with ease, with trust, with joy. That doesn't mean every moment will be simple, but it does mean that peace is always available when you are willing to surrender. So today, give yourself permission to let go. Let go of the fear that tells you you're not safe. Let go of the control that leaves you exhausted. Let go of the idea that you have to figure it all out. You are supported, you are guided, you are never alone. Trust that. And breathe in the freedom that comes with letting go. Life has a way of pulling us into places we didn't expect. Moments of confusion, detours that don't make sense, paths that seem to disappear just when we need clarity the most. In those moments, it's easy to feel lost, forgotten, or unsupported. But even when the road ahead is hidden, even when the answers feel silent, you are being guided. You are not walking alone. There is a loving force gently leading you through every season of your life, even when you can't see where it's going. You may not always recognize the guidance as it's happening. Sometimes it shows up as a closed door that breaks your heart. Sometimes it arrives as silence when you are begging for a sign. Other times it's an unexpected opportunity, a person who shows up at just the right time, or a sudden knowing that shifts everything. Guidance doesn't always announce itself with certainty. Often it whispers, it nudges, it invites. It feels like a deep pull in your soul towards something greater than what you can explain. We are conditioned to believe that clarity must come before movement. But the truth is, some of the most powerful transformations happen in the dark. Growth often begins before understanding. Healing often starts in the silence. When you cannot see the way, it doesn't mean there is no way. It simply means that your path is unfolding one step at a time. You are being invited into deeper trust. When you feel uncertain, that is not a sign that you are lost. It is often a sign that you are being recalibrated, that something old is falling away and something new is forming, even if you cannot yet name it. The universe works in sacred timing. You may feel like nothing is happening, but in truth, everything is happening. Energy is shifting. Answers are aligning. Lessons are being learned. You are being prepared for what's next. You don't need to have all the answers to be guided. You don't need to know how everything will turn out to move forward. Sometimes the next step is simply to breathe, to stay open, to listen with your heart instead of your mind. Sometimes it's choosing faith over fear, even when you have no logical reason to. That is the moment trust becomes real. Not when everything makes sense, but when nothing does, and you still believe you are being held. The presence guiding you is not outside of you. It lives within you. It speaks through your intuition, your desires, your quiet dreams, your inner knowing. And even when you can't feel it, even when you doubt it, that presence never leaves. It's always speaking, always directing, always loving you through the confusion. Your job is not to force the outcome. Your job is to stay present, to keep your heart soft, to follow the gentle prompts, even if they don't make sense yet. Looking back, you'll notice something beautiful. Every detour made you stronger. Every unanswered prayer redirected you towards something more aligned. Every delay protected you from what you didn't yet understand. The guidance was there all along, even in the silence. Especially in the silence. Life has always had your back, even when you thought it was breaking you. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are being shaped, refined, made ready for the life you asked for. And sometimes that preparation requires uncertainty. It requires trust. It requires surrendering the need to see the full picture and learning to walk by inner faith. You are not alone in this. You are being led, loved, and supported by something wiser than your fear. You don't have to figure it all out today. You don't need to know how the story ends to keep going. Let go of the pressure to understand it all. Instead, practice resting in the truth that even now, even in the waiting, even in the questioning, you are right where you're meant to be. You are on a path that is unfolding exactly as it should. Every moment you pause and breathe, every time you choose peace over panic, every time you ask for guidance and open your heart, you are moving forward. You are aligning. You are allowing something greater to carry you. And it will. It always does. So let today be a reminder. You are being guided even when you cannot see the way. Trust the process. Trust the pauses. Trust the detours. They are not mistakes. They are direction. Let your faith be stronger than your fear, and know that something beautiful is waiting for you on the other side of this chapter. Keep going. The path is here. The light is coming. You are not alone. The present moment is your sanctuary. It is where life is actually happening, not in the regrets of the past or the worries about the future. So often we are pulled away from this sacred space by thoughts that chase what was or fear what might be. We live in memories or anxieties, forgetting that peace is never found in what has already passed or what hasn't yet come. It is here. It is now. The breath you are taking in this very moment is where your healing lives. And the present moment doesn't mean your life is perfect. It means you choose to bring your attention to what is instead of constantly focusing on what isn't. It is a gentle surrender, a willingness to stop running, even for a moment. It is saying to yourself, I don't have to have everything figured out right now. I can be here. I can breathe. I can soften into this. This moment right now is enough. You don't have to be more than you are. You don't have to do more, achieve more, prove more. Who you are in this breath is already worthy of love, already whole, already complete. The mind will try to convince you otherwise. It will tell you that peace is in the next goal, the next answer, the next version of you. But the soul knows better. The soul knows that stillness is where you remember your truth. There is so much power in simply being. When you pause and bring your awareness to the now, you interrupt the cycle of overwhelm. You remind yourself that you are safe. You reconnect to the wisdom within you. This is not about ignoring responsibilities or denying feelings. It is about choosing to meet life with presence instead of resistance. It is about returning to your center. The body responds to presence with a sigh of relief. Muscles loosen. The breath deepens. The heart rate slows. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. When you return to the present, you return to yourself, and in that space, even if nothing around you has changed, something within you begins to shift. You no longer feel like you have to fight everything. You no longer feel like you have to carry it all. You begin to trust that this moment is enough. The present moment is a gentle teacher. It shows you what needs your attention, your love, your forgiveness. It invites you to slow down and listen to your thoughts, your feelings, your body. When you are present, you hear what your spirit has been trying to say underneath the noise. You are okay. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are right where you are supposed to be. You don't have to earn the right to rest in the now. You don't need permission to pause. You are allowed to stop striving. You are allowed to be still. You are allowed to simply exist without fixing anything. Resting in the present moment is one of the most powerful acts of self-love you can offer yourself. It's a way of saying, I trust life enough to stop forcing it. I trust myself enough to just be. In this space, you begin to notice things you missed before. The way the light touches the wall, the rhythm of your breath, the quiet comfort of simply being alive. Life becomes richer, not because anything has changed, but because you are actually here to witness it. You are no longer sleepwalking through your days. You are awake, aware, grateful. You can begin again at any moment. The past does not define you. The future does not control you. All you ever have is this breath, this heartbeat, this now. And within it lies infinite potential, healing, and peace. When you rest in the present, you open yourself to receive all the gifts life is trying to offer you. Gifts that get missed when you're stuck in yesterday or racing into tomorrow. Even when life feels chaotic, you can return to this still point within you. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Place a hand on your heart. Whisper to yourself, I am here. I am safe. I am enough. Let that be your anchor. Let that be your truth. No matter what's happening outside of you, you can always come back to this moment. And in this moment, you are whole, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. There is nothing missing, there is nothing broken, there is only this breath, this now, this peace.